We are living in a broken system, and for too long, we've been told to accept it. The American dream has become a cruel joke for the working poor, where survival is the goal, not prosperity. The government doesn't work for us, it works for the rich, the corporations, and the entrenched elites who profit from our suffering. It's time we called out this intolerable betrayal of the people. The USA didn't want to ban TikTok because of spying. It didn't want other nations to know how miserable its people were. Or maybe it's a security concern that we will get angry and see how much better other nations treat their people. What's wrong with our government? Our government has been hijacked. It's not for the people anymore, it's for the billionaires, the lobbyists, and the corporations that bankroll campaigns. Politicians, many of whom have been in the same office for longer than a quarter of a century, write laws for industries that pay them under the table. They trade stocks on insider knowledge, beating the stock market, while we scrape by paycheck to paycheck. They delay actions on housing, healthcare, and wages because they know they won't be around for the consequences of their failures. It's rigged, and we're the ones paying the price. Why do we need to act now? We can't wait any longer. Our wages are stagnant while rent, utilities, and healthcare costs skyrocket. Our kids grow up eating food laced with chemicals banned in other countries decades ago. We're overworked, underpaid, and drowning in debt while CEOs rake in record profits. Social Security, the one lifeline for our futures, is already in jeopardy. We're told to work harder, yet even 2 jobs aren't enough. The system is bleeding us dry, and the people in power are content to let it happen. The American dream is dead. We're living the American nightmare, where wealth and opportunity are hoarded by the few, and the rest of us are left to fight each other over the scraps. What can we do about it? We start by waking up and taking our civic duty seriously, educating ourselves. Don't take the headlines at face value, dig deeper. If you feel American news is biased, look at international countries' news and translate it. See what other countries have to say about us. Knowledge is power. Attend virtual or in-person town halls. Hold your representatives accountable. Spread information, even anonymously, with stickers or post-it notes. Stop electing politicians who are ancient relics of a bygone era. Demand younger, diverse, and progressive leaders who actually represent the struggles of working Americans. Vote in every election, not just the big ones. Local policies affect our lives more than we realize. A felon can be in charge, run for office. You don't even need to have a clean record anymore. What kind of government do we deserve? We deserve a government that puts people first, not profits. We deserve term limits for politicians, a ban on insider trading in Congress, a cap on congressional pay and assets, congressional estate payment laws, and policies that end the stranglehold of billionaires on our government. We deserve universal health care, affordable housing, and living wages. We deserve action on healthy food, climate change, and clean energy, because the poorest among us will suffer the most from environmental collapse. We want leadership that understands what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck, to ration medicine, to face eviction notices, and to wonder if tomorrow will ever be better. We don't need performative promises, we need real results. How do we fight back? Organize. Join advocacy groups. Volunteer for campaigns that support working-class policies. Boycott the companies and stocks that line the pockets of corrupt politicians. Protest persistently. Call your representatives relentlessly. Build momentum until they can't ignore us anymore. And if the system continues to fail us, we decide how far we're willing to go to demand justice, because silence and inaction are no longer options. What's at stake? Everything. Our freedom, our futures, our way of life. Children are being born into poverty, weighed down by debt they didn't create. Climate disasters are hitting harder every year, and our government continues to stall. Homelessness, hunger, and despair are spreading like a disease while billionaires launch themselves into space. If we don't act now, the cycle of exploitation will crush us and our children beyond repair. This is our moment. The government has failed us, but together, we have the power to demand change. This isn't about Democrats versus Republicans anymore. It's about the working class versus the elites who oppress us. Together, we fight. We're stronger than they think. We're millions of Americans who deserve better. We're the backbone of this country, and we won't be ignored anymore. We are sick of being broken by billionaires. The fight won't be easy, but we're not alone. Chat with your neighbors, your coworkers, your families. Ask them, can the government even go on like this? Conclusion: this system is unsustainable. We need a government that works for the many, not the few. It's time to demand fairness, honesty, and accountability. Together, we can build a future where every American has a chance not just to survive, but to thrive. We need to demand the country we were told existed, not the one we are forced to suffer in. We have now hit the point in late-stage capitalism where we have nothing left to lose and everything to gain by demanding justice.